Welcome to Whipped Ass, ladies.
Thank you.
Hello.
Welcome back, Gia.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Shay Fox.
Shay, why are you here today?
I'm here to get dominated by Gia.
Awesome. Well, you're new here. I know you shot for Sex and Submission. I heard amazing things, like really amazing things.
Thank you.
I haven't seen the scene yet, but
I heard when I walked in today that they just got it edited and it's really good.
Did you have a good experience?
I did.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you ended up working for Kink.
Well, I've been a performer for 4.5 years. Mm-hmm. I have done a little bit of like the ropes before, just photography, and a little bit of video with no sex. Mm-hmm. And that was way before I was in the industry. And I thought, I saw the pictures and I was like, it's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Maybe I found my calling. And this was, like I said, far before I was in the industry, before I ever even dreamed or thought that I would be a kink. And so I kind of veered away from it for a little bit and just kind of did a little bit more vanilla stuff within the industry. And then somebody approached me at AVN, and here I am. It's my second time for kink.
Great. Yeah. Well, you're in good hands. Gia is an amazing dom.
Thank you.
And the good thing about Gia is she's been through it all. She's shot as a submissive on pretty much every single site.
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
So okay. She knows how it feels to be on both
Everything
sides.
that I'm going to do to you, I've probably had done to me at least once.
Okay, good. Good.
So is this something that you do in your personal life? Or
you know, it's really interesting because when I first started, before I started into the industry, I always thought that I was a sub. Submissive by nature, I just was. And then being in a power position for 4 years, everything that I do, I'm in a power position. I'm a mom, I'm a coach, I'm a therapist, I'm whatever I am. I learned to be a dom, like a little bit more dominant. And then when I came here and I shot for a Sex and Submission, I had to be submissive. And I was like, it's kind of hard to be submissive now for me, you know? So it really was a little bit, I had to take it down a couple notches, you know what I mean? And I couldn't say or do the things that I might want to do aggressively.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. It was fun though.
Do you have any advice for her about that? Because you probably had those kinds of feelings before, Gia.
Yeah, it's hard when you are used to being dominant. I mean, I've been primarily dominant in my scenes for a couple years now, and it is hard to like let that go and to not think about what am I going to do, how am I going to keep this going, how am I going to react to this, and it's kind of nice and freeing though to just let it all go. And that's the only advice I can give is just don't even think about anything, just like let it all go. That's the experience. It's just letting go of control.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how that will work.
Well, we have a fun little scenario here. Okay. I'm not going to say it because I want them to be surprised.
Okay.
We discussed it before, but some of the things. Well, let's first talk about your list, your yeses and your nos. What don't you want us to do today? And please. There's plenty of things that we can do, so we want.
Well, I think that probably maybe my reservation before was shooting with the kink is because I don't know a lot about it. I never looked at all of the different sites and stuff like that. There is still a lot of things that I don't know, obviously, and the things that I don't know, maybe I would veer away from a little bit. Sure. Probably the biggest thing is no anal, because I don't do anal yet, and outside of that, the ball gag, like we discussed, might be a little tough for me. Okay. Electricity, I can't say that I'll never do it, but I've not had the...
We don't have to worry about it on this site because we don't do electricity on this site.
Well, I wasn't sure.
There is another site for them. We'd love to have you on that
with
site.
You were shocking her. I was like, oh my gosh.
Like, no.
So, yeah, and I don't know, I don't have any experience with it, so I can't say that I love it, and I can't say that I won't.
We do use zappers here. That's what I could let you try on this website, but it's like the easiest.
Yeah, it's a really just
I'll let you try
thing,
it
but it's not necessary.
Okay.
Like you said, there's so many other things that we can do.
So, well, let's talk about what about like nipple clamps? How are your nipples, or the flesh around your nipples? Are you?
The flesh around my nipples is still, ironically enough, numb from getting augmentation.
So you probably can be clamped.
I know I can be clamped on my nipples.
Okay.
For sure. We did it in Sex and Submission.
Okay.
It was totally fine until like they were banging me from behind and they were like beating on the couch. Then it was a little it hurt.
Sure, and that's what, and that's when you're like, gee, those are
Yeah.
the kinds of things that she's really aware of. Even, you know, what's funny is like, you're shooting on Sex and Submission, you're shooting with these dudes who've never been on the bottom.
Yeah, and they have
before.
no
fucking
idea.
clue.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah. And so it's hard for them to be as aware of those little things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, her nipples are hitting against something. Let's not.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
outside of
What
that,
about choking?
you can choke me.
You said no hair pulling.
You can pull my hair, just
Okay.
not super hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
dragging me around.
Sure.
You know.
Your haircut's very cute.
Thank
Spitting. How do you feel about spitting?
You can spit on me, whatever.
You're fine
Cool.
with that.
You might get a little shock value if you spit in my face, but again, it's letting go of that control.
Yeah,
you know.
What else, Gia? What other things?
I mean,
Gia's very hands-on. She likes
Yeah,
spanking.
I like spanking. I use it with my hands a lot. Yeah, spanking, and I know you said just moderate on the face slapping, so a little bit of face slapping, is that okay with you?
Like again, that's fine.
Okay.
Again, I'm just not
Not gonna like
Yeah.
haul off and
Yeah.
knock you across the room.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
She's good at sort of gauging your, where you're
She'll
at.
be able to
And
read.
She's not gonna just
Yeah,
come out
You'll be able to
like that.
read me really
And
well.
that's what we're all here for as well. And I'm here to make sure that she sticks to that and that you're safe. And my crew is empowered to be able to, if they see something, to speak up.
Well, again,
we're all here to make you happy. Actually,
well, it's really funny because I've heard some maybe controversial things with kink.
Yeah.
And having my first experience here, I mean, I'm very observant with my surroundings and the people and stuff like that. And not ever once did I feel threatened. Like, did I feel in danger? Did I feel like I was pushed to do anything? Do I think that they'll test the limits? Absolutely.
Sure.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
But I don't think that one thing that I ever heard was true.
Yeah. I'm glad that you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's
want you to
real-
have a good I want you to have the best experience possible.
Yeah.
I don't want you to walk away from here thinking like, oh my God, Gio was terrible. What a bitch. I hate that. I never want to come back. I want you to walk away thinking like, that was amazing. I feel so good. You're probably going to be a little sore and like beat up a little bit, but it should be a good thing, not, a terrible feeling. So I want to make sure you have a good experience.
Yeah.
You both make a good point. I think people, they don't see what hits the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'm happy that you had a really good experience, and I hope, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that that continues.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything that you really enjoy? I mean, what makes you come? What gets you excited? Let's, give us a little peek into that part of your sexuality.
I guess probably just being able to be like, obviously I like to be handled.
Yeah.
I love that. I like a little bit of force.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be held down.
Sure.
I like to, I love when a girl is fingering me. I just very recently came from a girl, squirted from a girl fingering me, which was very shocking to me. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. And I was all like, starry-eyed over her after that. Wow, that was great. So, I mean, I just, I think probably the biggest thing for me in every single scene is the connection with the person I'm with. Some people I've been on set with that I really wanted to be on set with. I had this visual crush on. And then when I was actually in the scene, it was like, And then other people, you show up, you're like, oh my God, I don't know how this is going to work. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
So the connection is the biggest piece.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
So.
You're in good hands.
Yeah.
So Shay, we play with a safe word. I'm sure they told you that the last time you were here. Do you remember what your safe word is?
I believe it was Yellow was slow or warning. Red was stop. And then green was go.
So your safe word is red, like you said, and that will stop the scene. Feel free to use that at any time today. You're not going to mess up the movie. None of us care. It doesn't mean you're tough. It doesn't mean you're weak. It just means we're going to stop.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what your reasoning is.
Okay.
Check in with you. We'll make sure that you're comfortable and that you want to continue going forward.
Sure.
If you're gagged, do you remember what the safe word is?
I don't.
So it's shaking your head back
Okay.
and forth 3 times, really animated. You can look directly into the camera because then Sadie will realize that you want us to stop.
Right.
And we'll take the gag out of your mouth and we'll just ask you if you want to continue and what's
Okay.
going on and how we can adjust to make sure that you're comfortable.
Cool.
Please feel free to use yellow for the slowdown, but we also use mercy on this website. Basically, that is a signal to Gia and the rest of us. We're not going to come out of character. We're not going to stop the scene, but she knows that it's getting a little too heavy and she needs to move on to something else or she needs to lighten up.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's it.
Cool.
Do you have any questions?
I don't.
Great. You ready, Gia?
I'm ready.
Aren't
Yes.
you ready?
I've just been
Yeah,
sitting here.
ready.
I've been here thinking about these things I'm going to do to her. So
I
quietly
can tell.
planning. So I'm
Babe,
ready.
isn't she?
Plotting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Please wave goodbye to all your fans.
Bye.